We'll give it a bit of time, see if it sells. I'll hover around. Right, we're officially underway, I believe. So, you left me after the check-in with Artemis. If you haven't seen that, feel free to go back and watch it. But if you're not that bothered, if you've seen it before, nothing particularly amazing happened. Just had a chat and progressed the story. I didn't even really pay attention to what was going on because I did it before. And here we are, heading for an ancient ruin. I'm a little bit far away from it actually. I'm like 4 minutes away from it, so that might not be much for some people, but for myself, I could speed this process up by going up into the sky, out of the atmosphere, and looking down on the planet, and you hover over where you want to go, and you put the pulse engine into play, and it'll speed you along to there, and you could be there in less than a minute. It's really like just top tip. Definitely works for me. If you want to get somewhere fast, it's really useful. Right, so we're heading down to this ancient ruin. See what's going on with that. I'm a little bit confused. Oh, it's taking a while to pop in. I must admit that's one thing that I thought would be a lot smoother now, but I guess I was just out in space right above it. But we'll just drop down here. I'm gonna lose fuel some of the time anyway, so I'm just gonna accept it for this once. The one thing about ancient ruins is there's usually one of two things to do. It's usually stuff to dig up, or there's these little knowledge stones that give you words. So the Gek word for units, which is pretty cool. Like there will be another one at least, maybe two. So yeah, so there's the second one. It's going to be A, which is a fairly convenient word. One thing I did notice when I first played No Man's Sky is you didn't get the little words like a, the, this and stuff like that. So I think they've kind of maybe pieced that in first now. So I've got help. These are good words to know. I feel like most of the words I'm learning are like the basics, and they'll help me understand what the Gek are saying. Right, so I've got this little monstrosity on here, but I think I need to be over here now. So I'm going to see about getting over there. I'm not going to try and jetpack all the way over because I've not got any boosts for my jetpack or anything. So we'll just walk up here and see what we get when we get to the top. So you usually get something like this. Memories of Ikora, like a little plaque or something. So we'll check this out. We are the masters of the galaxy, the overlords of the cosmos. Each foe will submit with bended knees to the almighty Gek dominion. We are the first spawn. Look upon our works and despair. Now, seek help with language. I've already shown that, I'm pretty sure. But basically, if you haven't seen that bit, or you don't remember, just a bit of a quick overview on that. As like it'll just give me more language, which is great. Seek knowledge of the past is the one where you may get the ability to dig up some stuff, which is always really cool. So I'm gonna go for that one. Revealing historical data, yeah. So that's that. So now that's what it's revealed. Another ancient ruin, like over there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just have a quick scan on this ruin. Make sure there's no more knowledge stones of any kind. I mean, I'm not expecting to find anything anywhere. I get going in them little buildings has given me a bit of a boost to my shielding, which is obviously like gives you shield chance to recover. So it's another pit stop moment for you there if you need it. Right, so we will progress on. Now, have I got a slot free? No. Well, I've got one slot free, but not really enough. I don't really feel like I need salt. I'm going to get rid of the salt. I always like to have 2 slots free. Let's move that over there. Now they might get used up by other stuff and I might have to eat my own words there, but what I want to do is, again, I'm going to go up. I'm going to see how long it's going to take me to get there. It's only going to take me like 10 seconds just over, so I think I can live with that. Right, it's gone back. Ah, you see, it's because I've slowed down. So this is another ruin. For some reason it's not letting me land. Okay. So we got there. So you tag it, move along, and then I think you get these chests, much like with the salvaged data. And you're getting the key from that, which is pretty cool. So let's just move over here a bit. So they want to be in and around the ruins in order to get this. And you see them again. Here we go, look there. Artifact. We'll highlight that. We'll run over to it. Where are we? If you lean into the wall of what you're trying to climb, it'll make it a little bit easier to jet back up if you've got a fair distance to go. Right, so there is another one there. Yeah, so let's tag that one. It's fairly straightforward. And you're just following the same process. And you get an ancient key there again. There is another thing. I don't know where it is yet. There's another fragment over here. Now, which, yeah, see? So we got another ancient key. And then, what I'm looking for is, I'm sure there will be someone, ancient fragment. Looks like there's another one over here. Which is pretty good. I'm gonna get rid of this. Oh fuck, what an idiot. Should have just charged this with it, shouldn't I? Never mind. So I've got another key there. I'm gonna charge. Oops. I'm gonna charge my life support with that. I was gonna charge other things as well, but don't really feel like I need to now. So it's like these Gravitino balls. Now they might trigger Sentinels. I'm not sure how aggressive the Sentinels are going to be in relation to that. But what I am looking for, there's a knowledge stone over there. It's a fair distance, but worth going for. Like I mentioned before, they will grant you a word. So I've got "and" there. Now I'm not sure if it tells you if you've already learned a word, if it just or like if it's guaranteed to let you just learn the next word. But what I want to do is kind of, there's one more I'm expecting one more thing over here. Gravitino ball, sweet root. Right, my ship's nearby. Where's my ship? Yeah. Thought as much. Just gonna wait and see what. Oh. Just gonna wait and see what happens, because it's been a while since I've run from Sentinels. Hoping they just disappear. Yeah, I've outrun the Sentinels. Excellent. I wanted to make sure it went down before I went up into sky, because I've never really had to run from Sentinels spaceships, because I think that'd be a bit too much for me to handle right now. Don't really have the upgrades that I want. You know, I do have a shield upgrade, which I suppose is a bit more than I usually have, but yeah. So what I'm looking at, what am I looking at? I'm looking at going back to my base, I believe. Maybe that's not the exact route that I want to take, but if I just... Right. Maybe if I just head in the direction of the space station. Everything's all in that direction anyway, so we can see where that takes us. Hello. There we go. Alright. So, just apologies, really, just how I just decided to check my mic and it didn't look like it was on, so apologies if you haven't heard me rambling on about what we've just been doing. We just went to visit a ruin. I didn't get there's supposed to be like a case you can open. I didn't really find that, and I found a Gravitino ball. I thought, oh well, just scarp an hour with this. Gravitino balls are quite a sought after resource, and it could be that they are very they are not in demand in this system, but could be that they could be sellable in another system for quite a chunk of money. I'm not bothered about making shit tons of money at the minute. Just want to make enough that I can progress, and I've only got one, so it's just really to make a little bit more money than I would off general resources. There's loads of ancient keys. I'm going to keep them because, as I say, they can unlock boxes with bigger and better things in them, and just obviously, I'm not sure if the first video of tonight was the first live stream session was mic'd up. So if you've watched that and you might have left me a comment or might have just been watching it in silence, thinking this was how it was meant to be. You know, fair play, thanks for doing so. But yeah, hopefully now this should be it. I've just been messing with my mic a little bit, using it for other things other than the PlayStation, and muted the mic in situations. So yeah, so I'm just gonna sell some of the stuff that I don't really need. Leg me. See, there we go. Gravitino Ball is actually less valuable than I thought, but this is actually this is a system that wants it. So yeah, I'm gonna sell this. I wish I'd picked up more now, but it's definitely useful. I have 6 dioxide. That's not enough. Let me see if they sell dioxide. They don't. Okay. I'm pretty sure I need multiple of those. I don't know how many, but that just gives me... I didn't even do it, did I? I don't know how many... I don't know how many I need. Gold, I've only got 15. I think I can sell 15 gold. I will gather more when I need it. Gather that. I've got plenty of that. And you know, it can't hurt. But anyway, so what I want to do is just have a look at what the vendors have got going on. So the mission guy, I've got a mission on the go. Killing sentinels, scanning 5 minerals. I'm not going to take. I'm okay with those. I'm not going to take any more for now. It's the other side where I need to go. Let's see what he's got. He's got A's on the scanner module, which is good, and scatter blaster and pulse spitter. Again, they're good, but I don't really need any of those right now. The scanner one would be really good, but I don't really know if I can actually install it, because obviously, yeah, not a lot of space on my multi-tool. So I think the key is to get a new multi-tool first. Is there anything on these tables? Yeah, there is. I think he's over the other side, isn't he? But let's just pop in here and see if there's any carbon to pick up. So yeah, I want either side of the door. Go. And then I'll jump myself over here. Sell. Right, so let's go down to the base and see where we're at. Right, so excellent. Back on his home world. Right. First things first, let's head out to the copper and get some more chromatic metal going. Believe I need some more of that. Alright. Copper, copper, copper. Right, let's have a look, see how much copper I got. 89. Might be exactly what I need. Don't quote me on it, but I'm sure I need more all the time, but it's just like, yeah. Copper in there. Ah. And then let's just have a look and see. So I've got 100 chromatic metal, which I need for something. Is it any of these? No, but I needed 75 copper for that, so I need some more copper for that. Multi-tool. So yes, so I need carbon nanotubes. But I don't know how many I need. I think 3. And I should be able to craft that. Right, so there you go. So I've got my bolt caster. So this is now my basic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on here basic. That's my basic tool. I'm renaming that so that I know when when you get more multi-tools, you could switch between them, and that is very good, I think, to have a basic one. I don't know what else I'd put on here. Possibly something to do with either the terrain manipulator. The boltcaster will just give me the ability to fight off the minimum enemies, you know, the minuscule enemies, wild dudes. I'll create a better version of that, and you might find that this tool eventually doesn't get used, but I don't want to throw it away because it's the first one you get, and you know, I'm a hoarder, so we'll start with that. And one thing I think I want to do now, and one thing, this is where I'm going to get into the nitty gritty of how I like to play the game, shall we say maybe a little bit more, is I need some dioxide, I need some copper, and I need more. You see, the thing is, the way I see the game with the campaign and the story, I feel like you want to go through the story as quick as possible so you can just get on with what you want to do, but the story kind of goes in a certain direction and you might not want to go in that direction. I think if you have all the base building, the story might become quicker. So basically, there's a few things that I want to do, and that is make survival easier, make resource gathering easier, which will in turn help the first one, and then get more multi-tools, and if possible get more ships i.e. better multi-tools and better ships to make the whole thing easier. And that's just the game loop that I feel you get trapped in quite quickly. And yeah, so I think what we need to do is we need to find somewhere that has a launch pad, maybe a trade center or a settlement of some description. I don't want to have to do the scanning thing, but if I struggle, I'll just, if I get a drop pod or anything like that, just go there and we'll see how we progress. But basically my first plan is to travel a fair distance away from where I've been. Oh, I might have already been here. In fact, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I might have. But we can check it out for nothing, because we're not going to lose any fuel coming down here. And we might not have been here. Again, for the time being, I'm just going to skip out with that, so that I've got another, a Viking effigy, which is kind of useful. Not really bothered about the health right now. Is there anything over here? Yes, there is. Brilliant. If I've been here before, I haven't fleeced it, or is, oh, inventory full, inventory full. Right. So, what I'm thinking is, I've got 2 free slots on here. And if I put the ancient keys maybe they don't. Well, I'm going to get more of them. I might sell one in a second. But this might be the same thing. Oh, it's got a life support gel. Right. So, navigation data. Let's transfer that over. Oh, it is. It's been annoying. Oh, and that's also given us an ion battery. Right. We can go in here. I don't recognise this. Really don't recognise it. And oh, excellent. More nanites. Amazing. That's what we want. Right. Oh, so we've got some navigation data there. So now I've just realised I need more space, because what I have here is full inventory. Right, I'm looking for that anyway, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get the if this is navigation data, I can transfer it over. But it's nanites, which is even better because they don't take up any space. Oh, so there's a Gek there just walking about. I can sell some stuff that I don't need. I'm going to use that to charge my thing this time. I'm going to learn from my previous mistakes. So there isn't really much that I can sell. I'm going to sell the Viking effigy because I need it in the future. It can be used as a gift to increase your standings, as far as I'm aware, which is useful. But the minute I'm not in a Viking system, and that the other system that I've explored isn't a Viking system, so it might be a while before we get a Viking system, so I'm not going to keep it in my inventory when I can use it to bump my money up. The gold, I can get gold again. Again, like I said, it's not very good demand or anything, so I might just keep it, but 79,000 is too much to pass up, so let's get rid of that as well. Carbon nanotubes, I've got one left. They come in handy. I'm not going to get rid of it. I know that there's something that I need silver for, so I'm not doing anything to do with that. And so Starship, I've got one ancient key which I don't mind selling. It's not going to get me a lot of money, but at least I've freed up some space. Right, back onto the ship inventory. There is nothing really on the ship that I want to get rid of, so we'll leave that as it is. I'm just checking this side that there's nothing there, and check all around this, because sometimes there's a yeah. But anyway, so we'll have a look at the weapons terminal. So it's an A-class infinite nano clarifier. It looks like it's a combat multi-tool. And he's worth 1.53 million units. Above my station, definitely. But this is the sort of thing I would be looking at upgrading to, just to give me a lot more potential, really. Now I know he's a shop, but what are you gonna? Like 25 sodium at this point. So I've learned another word, which is great. This is one thing that I loved about the game when I first started playing. It was learning all the languages, and I felt like that was a goal for me that I'd want to chase down. So you will find there are some elements of the game that you really want to home in on and do more of. I mean, some people prefer the combat and they want to get deep into the combat. They find that really rewarding. I personally find I don't really like it. It's clunky and it just annoys me that I can't just obliterate everything ASAP. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, technology merchant, loose shells, wands, wares include blueprints, blah 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 blah. Do you? Ooh. I think I need one of those. I think for that price. Maybe let's have a look, see if I've got anything else that I can sell them. Right. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that is a smart option. Selling these to this guy, even though it's at the, you know, round about the price that there would be, it's neutral. It's not. I'm not going to make any money really off them, but I'm gonna. They were free, so I'm making all money. I won these in an event that I took part in. So yeah, we'll sell them. That brings me up to 1.3. Now I can't get the multi-tool. I'm not gonna sell stuff of high enough value to get the multi-tool, but because it's just not enough, is there? But what I can do is I can buy a cobalt mirror. And a salt refractor. Now, the main reason I've bought those two is because I know that I have needed them. I don't know if I needed two of any of them. I just know that I needed them, so I figured I would like to purchase one of each, and we'll see when I need them. I think I needed them on a ship that was downed, so it wasn't necessarily that I needed them for something that I'm in the middle of doing, but there we go. And just because I think oh yeah, I haven't done it, have I? I need the silver and the copper. That's what I need, right? Silver, copper, that's something that I need. It's my home planet. I should have a bit more protection while I'm on it. I'm just gonna, like, but yeah, it can be a bit slow going, so we'll see. Right, I don't know how much of it I need. Probably more than that though. Let's Let's... Right, let's... It is that way. So I need 150. Okay. Fine. Right. So how are we doing? We're on 108. Can we get another 50 out of this? Probably not. Kind of gathered that. There we go. What we got? 113, is it? That's really annoying. Right, so using that, we charge that up with silica. Sodium deposit over there. Head to this damaged machinery. I could just hope to God it doesn't need dioxide to open it. We go back to the ship for a quick pit stop, I think. And we'll hopefully find a way to some more dioxide and maybe some more copper as well. Quick pit stop into the ship. Sure, rename that shit. Maybe on a different T1 and then right. So I'm really close to getting the dioxide. I've got the silver. I just need the copper and a little bit more dioxide. So let's just do a quick scan this way. And probably going to need to head up the hill. Do my scan from this lovely place. In the meantime, I don't want salt. I don't want salt. Again, we're just gonna get rid. Got an oxygen capsule. It's kind of good timing. Another ion battery. Okay, I'm not really bothered about that, but you know, some more ammunition is great. More ammunition. Yeah, so let's oh, dioxide. Oh, wrong way. Wrong again. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm going to tell myself what I need by going in. Yeah, I thought I needed 150. Let's just head out this way. What we got over there? Health restorative. Humming sack. Got a couple more dioxide, which is great. Right, hitting a bit of a mountain here. A bit, whoa! It's like a sheer rock face. Gonna slide down here. If salt, I'm not interested. You're just collecting resources. It's fairly steady progress, but you know, we'll have a look. What I'm looking for is dioxide. Yeah. There we go. Did that say dioxide too? No, more right. Right. Thank you. Oh. Salt. Dioxide. See, some of the rocks, some resources have two elements that you can collect from. One is like the primary, and you get quite a lot of that, and then obviously get only like a minuscule amount of the other one, but every little helps. But unfortunately, it looks like I need an advanced mining laser for that thing. But at least I managed to get a little bit of dioxide from stuff. Salt, more salt. There's a little bit going on here. So, again, you can mine this, turn this into ferrite. Would be useful, but I ain't got the time or the energy to do that, so just get rid of it. Get a lot of oxygen capsules at the minute. Sodium not always good. Another microprocessor, yes. I do remember needing those for ships. Down ships. As I say, right, whoa, let's have a look. What's that? Damaged machinery. I think damaged machinery is the closest thing we've got at the minute. Okay. Recharge our mining beam up. Like I said, once we get to 150. Oh wait, we'll probably get to 150 with all these little rocks. Feels like they're more dioxide than ferrite dust. Those guys are going against what I've just told you, but right, I need another 9. It looks like these are all. Ooh. Let's identify that and see if I'm. Right, yeah, that'll do. There yet? Yeah, we're there. Right, so now I need copper. I would replenish it, but I'm literally like, my ship's there. I'm probably gonna get there just as it goes out, if not before, so I'm not gonna waste my energy on replenishing it. Yeah, there we go, see, plenty of time. And that's gonna charge up. So basically, what we've been working towards is a little bit closer. We've got silver, we've got the dioxide, and we're now after the copper. So, I think what I will do is I will have a look, see how many spaces. Yes, we've got enough. So, Pardon me, I'm gonna do that and then replenish that. We don't need it this particular time, but it's always good to have a little bit more in the tank. And I'm gonna head towards the rings of Saturn, the asteroid belt. I'm gonna head out towards that, and I'm gonna hope that we find another building without having to scan for something. Just generally tend to do this every once in so often. Just find our way and look for some something. Oh, there's a wreck there. As I say, with the launch thruster, we are going to use it on the next occasion that we blast off, because we haven't got one of the special things. But we have got some condensed carbon. I don't believe you need the. Oh yes, give me some of that sweet condensed carbon. It's always useful for power, charging stuff up. A little bit better than normal bog standard carbon. Looks like we got condensed carbon in that one. We got some ammunition. Right, so I'm going to save and chart this section. I didn't really don't name the navigation points, if you will, unless they're particularly important, like there's something really cool there, or you know, generally just leave them to it. But let's see. Hopefully this is not dioxide or anything, but yeah, looks like we just have to take the goop off. And it's nanites. Awesome. Right, let's go in this first little pod. Right, so there's nothing in here really. A plant to leach some carbon off, which is always a bonus. Nothing on the walls. No light. I can't do nothing with that. It's not research. Right, so which way am I going? I'm going this way. There's always something in one of them. So you've got nanites, increased standing with the Gek, which is always a freaking bonus, and then the plant to leach a little bit of carbon off. It looks to be a bit of a cave here. Some marrow bulb. Ooh. Toxic plant there, which you do not want to mess with. Personally, I'm just gonna scooch around it. I wanted to come up here. And yes, this is a bit sheltered. This is a really good thing to have. If you spawn in an area near a cave, it's really useful, especially on like toxic and frozen planets, radiated planets. Any planets with like extreme weather will be yeah, really useful to like have a cave like that. Right, so in these humming sacks, you get albumin pearls. Now I'm not sure if they're going to trigger the sentinels, but unfortunately, I don't have enough room to test that theory out. I do, however. Have a ship. Go in the ship, take shelter, and have a look and see if there's anything in my inventory that I can. Yeah, so sometimes you break geode down, it can be reused. I don't know where that went, possibly into pure ferrite, possibly into ferrite dust. I weren't really paying attention to where it went, but other than that, it's freed up a slot. Now, as I need to get going anyway, what I'm going to do is go back up here and pick up this albumin pearl. In the top right, the sentinels will come for us if that's the case. And they haven't. So I am going to collect these pearls till it says I'm full. Oh crap, toxins. But luckily, got straight away from it. Right, so I now have some albumin pearls. They are used in crafting recipes. They're fairly valuable. They might not be valuable in the system you get them from, logically, but yeah, they used to be like one of the rarest elements, and you used to really need to go and find them. They seem a little bit more frequent now. Right, so what we need is copper, right? So I'm looking for copper, and I found it. Great. I'm gonna quickly just tag that copper deposit. It's not too far. I've got sodium. I've got the stuff that I need, except space. Huh, yeah. That's the thing I'm missing. Space. Right, if I just come a bit closer to my ship and I transfer the salt refractor to the ship, I can go back to the copper deposit. Just bear with me. Have a quick look. Oh, it's not going to stay up. Never mind. Wow, that copper deposit's on the top of a massive hill. Not very good at the, it's been a while since I've done the jetpack jump. It looks like I'm going to need to use the jetpack to get up here, because you can't climb. Unfortunately, you see the that affects my life support. Terrain manipulator, here we go. I just need all your copper. In fact, 75 is the amount that I need, but right. Got more than that, and I'm not overly fussed. I'll probably use the rest. Get sucked in. Oh man. Come on. Let's get all the copper. All the copper. Right. I mean, pretty sure that is all the copper. Minus maybe the tiniest bit. Yeah. Right. So, what I want to do now is head back to the ship. But, first I think I want to scan one of the flying things, get my reward. So where are we? The ship's over here. Didn't work. Never mind. Ooh. Well, another microprocessor, which is always fucking good. I now only need one more and I've got a full complement. Obviously, it didn't tell me my inventory was full, but you can kind of guess by the fact that it didn't do nothing. I don't really need that because I've got some on the base. I'll get rid of that. Korvax casing, which is always useful. Another item used for either something to do with portals or something to do with favor with Korean favor with the races. Oh, I forgot. It's the Devil's Horn. I'm gonna use that. Pretty sure I would have got close, but it's always good to have a little bit extra, and it frees up space in my inventory as well, which kind of need. Might as well use it rather than lose it. So we got going on. I don't need salt. Dioxide. There we go. A little bit more dioxide. It's quite a chunk actually, 4. Right, so what we were doing was we was building towards this, which we can now sort out. I'm going to take the silver, and the dioxide, and the copper, and install the thermic layer. That will mean I can survive longer on a frozen planet out in the wilderness before it starts telling me my shields are going down and stuff, which is great. One thing I will do is craft a warp cell, because I've got all the equipment to do so, and it's taking up space. And then I can charge up my hyperdrive. Again, I've nearly got a full hyperdrive. I've not really been purposefully doing that, but I can't say that I haven't thought, oh, I can just create this now, boom, boom, boom. There we go. And you do pick up like elements of that allow you to construct it. As you play in the game, you might get warp cells or like antimatter housing. There's like items given to you, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so I've got a little bit more space. Just because I know they're here and that they could be useful, I'm going to see if there is 5 more albumin pearls. Oh, that one's empty. That one's empty. That one's empty. That one's empty. That one's not empty. And that one's not empty. So there were some empties. Didn't know they could be empties. Right, so what I want to do is go back to the base. Which is over this way. Now, I could go the way that we came, but we were stopping off along the way. We're going straight back to base. I don't want it to take us forever, so I'm going to do my little trick again with the pulse engine. It's not as far as I thought it was going to be. But going up and then coming back down onto it might have saved us a good 10-20 seconds by the time we've got there. Probably not in this case, but it feels like it to me, so. And after all, time is a human construct, so maybe that's what the best way is. Oh no. I kind of feel like I came down too early there. I can see the base, but I can't see my actual base. It's not what you want. Must admit, like. Right, where are we? Oh, we're over here. Oh my god. That was horrendous game. What are you doing? So yeah, the game is still buggy. It is still buggy. But they've worked on this so much since launch that as much as, yeah, I think the bugs should be fixed by now, I think when they've added updates, they just keep adding more, and then more bugs appear. Little things, a little thing like that, it fixes itself after a while. I think it's not really a big deal. It's still, it surprised me. Right, so the reason I've come back here is because to go back up, I think, to is to go back up to this current system. Boom. Might be coming up on time for me. Oh dear. Because we'll have a look at how much these albumin pearls are worth. Yep, I've already been here. Don't really care. Oh, and I can get the encrypted data now as well. Oh, it's giving me nice. Navigation data. Navigation data. Okay, right. So we're going to pop over to this terminal here, this trade terminal. And we're going to have a look at what albumin pearls will bring us. So selling 12 will grant us 120,000 units. I'm not gonna lie, that's not what I expected. I expected a little bit more than that, but that is also at plus 12%. So it is kind of worth it. So I think we're going to go with that, and then if there's anything else we want to get rid of. Oh dear. Believe my pizza has just taken a nosedive without any nudge whatsoever. Oh, I learned the gag word for find, which is obviously very useful. Now, I'm going to leave it there for now, make sure my pizza's alright, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Do leave us a like if you want. There might be another one this evening. I'm just making sure that I take regular breaks, as I've been known to have marathon sessions of No Man's Sky and end up feeling worse for wear afterwards, the eyes and head not withstanding. So yeah, do let me know what your thoughts are. If you're new to No Man's Sky, please do pop in the chat in the comments. If you've played a lot of it and you getting back into it, or you haven't played it since launch and you have no intention of getting back into it, but you somehow decided to watch my video, obviously please do feel free to drop us some feedback, or let us know what your thoughts are on No Man's Sky, and I probably will reply. No rhyme intended. And I'll catch you later. I've been Always Meet the Weirdo, and this has been No Man's Sky. See you later.